Crafting liquid fertilizer at home can be a straightforward, highly effective, and remarkably clean process when using the right technique. This method guarantees you'll produce a nutrient-dense fertilizer, brimming with beneficial microbes without the common headache of straining foul-smelling liquids through delicate meshes or cloths. By embracing this approach, the liquid will naturally filter itself, making the entire endeavor exceptionally easy and wonderfully efficient. Let's explore each step required to create this potent elixir for your garden. Begin by gathering a pair of containers. A good option is to repurpose two old, approximately 20-liter buckets, as their size is ideally suited for this particular method. The initial and most crucial step involves preparing one of the buckets to act as a filtration system. Employing a drill, create an abundance of holes across the bottom surface of one of the buckets. These perforations are essential, as they will facilitate the effortless drainage of liquid. This modified bucket will function as the primary vessel for the fertilization process. The second bucket should remain unaltered, retaining its solid, impermeable base, as it will serve as the collection chamber for the finished liquid fertilizer. After properly preparing both buckets, you're ready to proceed to the next stage. The next crucial task involves collecting weeds from your garden. Often regarded as a considerable nuisance, weeds, especially those that have reached the seeding stage, pose a threat to your cultivated plants, as they possess the capacity to rapidly spread and grow uncontrollably. Rather than simply discarding these unwanted plants or waiting for them to slowly decompose in your compost pile, repurpose them as a key ingredient for your homemade fertilizer. Gather the weeds and carefully place them into the bucket that you have prepared with holes. This method is an effective way to ensure that even weeds in their seeding stage won't have the opportunity to regrow, as they will undergo complete decomposition during the fertilization process. With the buckets and weeds prepared, it's time to assemble the fertilizer making system. Carefully position the bucket containing holes and the collected weeds inside the second intact bucket. Ensure that there is a sufficient gap, approximately 5 to 8 centimeters, at the bottom between the two buckets. This space is essential as it will provide a reservoir for the liquid fertilizer to accumulate without directly contacting the decomposing weeds. Next, introduce water into the system by carefully filling the inner bucket. For optimal results, consider utilizing non-chlorinated water sources, such as rainwater, as chlorine has the potential to harm or eliminate the beneficial microbes that are crucial for the effectiveness of the fertilizer. Add enough water to completely submerge the weeds within the inner bucket. This thorough submersion is of utmost importance, as it ensures that all parts of the weeds are properly saturated, initiating an even and thorough breakdown process. To further enhance the microbial activity within the mixture, gather a few handfuls of soil harvested directly from your garden bed and gently sprinkle it over the submerged weeds. Garden soil is naturally teeming with a diverse array of microorganisms that play a vital role in accelerating the decomposition of the weeds and enriching the fertilizer with an even greater spectrum of beneficial nutrients. Following the addition of the soil, thoroughly mix the contents of the bucket to ensure that the soil, water, and weeds are fully integrated. Once properly mixed, loosely cover the bucket with a lid or a piece of breathable fabric. This covering serves the dual purpose of preventing unwanted pests and debris from entering the mixture while still allowing for adequate airflow, which is essential for facilitating the decomposition process. Allow the bucket to rest undisturbed in a shaded location for approximately 1 week. Throughout this incubation period, the weeds will gradually break down and the beneficial microbes will flourish, culminating in the creation of a remarkably potent and nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer. After the week has elapsed, your fertilizer will be ready for harvesting. To collect it, simply lift the bucket containing holes out of the second bucket. The liquid fertilizer will have naturally filtered through the perforations into the lower bucket, leaving the solid, partially decomposed material behind in the upper bucket. This ingenious method completely eliminates the need for messy and cumbersome straining processes, as the liquid fertilizer effectively separates itself through the force of gravity. The liquid fertilizer collected in the lower bucket is highly concentrated and must be diluted before it can be safely applied to your plants. As a general guideline, mix approximately 1 part of the concentrated fertilizer with approximately 10 parts of water to achieve the ideal strength for most plants. Once properly diluted, carefully apply the solution to your plants, ensuring that they receive a generous and consistent supply of vital nutrients and beneficial microbes. This nourishing elixir will promote enhanced growth, vibrant foliage, and improved overall health. The remaining solid material that remains in the upper bucket need not be discarded. This valuable organic matter can be added to your compost pile, where it will continue to decompose and further enrich your garden's soil in the future. This method not only provides you with an exceptional liquid fertilizer, but also encourages responsible resource management by making full use of every component of the process, leaving no waste behind. Embracing this homemade fertilizer offers a multitude of compelling benefits for your garden. Your plants will exhibit more vigorous growth, boast healthier and more vibrant foliage, and produce more abundant yields. The beneficial microbes present in the liquid fertilizer will contribute to improved soil health, enhancing its fertility over time. Furthermore, by utilizing garden weeds as a primary ingredient, you are transforming a potential problem into a valuable resource for your garden, reducing waste and promoting ecological balance.